One of the trickiest things, and maybe you'll be hearing from someone in wardrobe about this, is the scale of the costumes is so big. Queen Elizabeth takes up 4 feet whenever she enters, you know, and the ladies of the court of England, they're in these great farthingales, they're called, and they're wire contraptions that surround them by 2 feet front and back and 4 feet across from the side. And so it's one thing to be on stage and floating and looking perfectly. The trick is that they've got to get through fast change areas where they only have about this much space. So we have to make them able to be tip up on their sides and like scoot through. It's one of those little backstage secrets that we're doing. This is the first time I've done something that's been so idiosyncratic but so big in scope. And we have shops. We have like 6 shops in New York, and we have a shop in Racine working on military. We have a shop in Baltimore, Pittsburgh, making clothes too. The tricky thing about these clothes is that whereas something that I'm doing, wearing right now, if you had to carry it across the stage as a wardrobe person, it would weigh 2 pounds. It won't be unusual for our costumes to be 20 to 30 pounds just because of all of the padding built inside of them. As you can imagine, there is a lot of fabric in this show. And in order to make a vision that is original to the stage in New York, of course you can find beautiful fabrics all over New York. We're almost the world's center for fabric. But there are also some other places we went to give a really great look. One place, Hopkins Fabric in London, where they replicate centuries-old patterns on the original looms with the original patterns. They're helping us out quite a lot. And then in the court, we went to a shop, Valder, in Lyon, France, and he actually printed fabric for us that is almost like Fortuny fabric. It's centuries old, again, in technique of stamping paint. And that's going to be seen in the court, and we're pretty much in love with that because, honestly, it's not like anything you get to see anywhere else. I think the biggest thing for me, the excitement of this show, well, of course, I'm surrounded by the most incredible talent. The music is resounding. The story is so emotional. And I think the most emotional part of the story, more than the grandeur of the clothing and all of that, is the sense that we're talking about people, a country and the people who believe in the freedom of their country. And even though I'm the costume designer, it's the philosophy of that statement that truly, truly makes this the most exciting job I've ever had.